Hello microphone fans, we will be comparing and testing several different microphones here today, and let me show you the SM57. This is the microphone that the President of the United States uses, and every mic that I will be testing, if you can see, this has an XLR, three little prongs at one end that fit to the connector on the microphone cable. And we will be testing the SM57 and several other microphones. Right now, what we are testing is the microphone in the camcorder. This is Canon camcorder. I will be quiet for a few seconds and you will hear any ambient sounds that exist that the microphone picks up. There's a computer running, so there's a little bit of sound from that. And the Canon camcorder has an excellent microphone for a camcorder. However, I'm several feet away from it. So the farther away I get, the more difficult it would be for you to hear me. And if I were singing with a band, I would be lost. My voice would be lost in the sound of the band and the distance from the camcorder. So I will put the microphones on this stand here, and we will begin with a low-cost microphone. What I will do, I will begin with this microphone here, and I will show you something about this. This is, by the way, the Nady, N-A-D-Y, SP4C, which I shall plug into the camcorder. And this microphone, I've just unboxed it. I've not tested it in any way or tried it out in any way yet. It comes with a microphone with an on-off switch with a cable that is attached to the microphone, so I will use that cable. And the end of the cable, instead of plugging it into an amplifier with, let's see if we can see this, with this phone jack that comes at the end of the microphone cord, I will put a 3.5 millimeter adapter which fits over. There's the phone plug, and then here's the 3.5 millimeter adapter, and I just simply plug that into the camcorder. My camcorder, the Canon, has a mic input, and if your camera does not have a mic input, then it will be very difficult to plug the mics in, although you can still plug them into amplifiers, and we will be able to compare the sound of the mics. So let's begin with the Nady SP4C, and this microphone costs, let's see, SP4C costs $11.99 at Amazon. So this is a very low cost mic, and remember, you get the cable and you get the on-off switch. I'm not expecting a lot from this low cost microphone. I'll tap on it so you know that this is the mic that's plugged in. The on switch is on. I will turn it off and turn it back on, and here's a guitar from about 18 inches away. This has what appears to be like an SM58 Shure windscreen. So we'll try singing, and we'll sing a song with a lot of words that begin with the letter P. Well, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickle peppers. So that's what it sounds like, and we will remember that costs $11.99 at Amazon with the cable, and it is plugged directly into the camcorder. There is no mixer, no amplifier involved in any of this. So now we move on to the next microphone, and we will test the this is the Pyle PYLE PDMIC58. So that will be next. I was very impressed with that Nady, N-A-D-Y mic, and now we are testing the PYLE, which is model PDMIC58 microphone, which also comes with its own cable, and it even has a 3.5mm adapter included in the package, and this is all put together. It does not have an on-off switch, by the way, but it was all inside the package from Amazon, which costs a total of $11.95. So another very low cost mic. See if we are as impressed. And by the way, every mic that I will be testing using this setup where I plug into the camcorder with a 3.5mm adapter, I end up getting one track stereo. I have a video editor software from Magix with which I can change the one track stereo into two track mono. Okay, now testing the Pyle mic. Let's be quiet for a few seconds. There's the ambient sound with the PYLE microphone. Well, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yeah, 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 yeah. So there's the sound from the PYLE microphone. Let me put the guitar up there. And the model is PD, like Paul David, MIC58. That's the sound you get for $11.95. So the Nady microphone, N-A-D-Y, and the Pyle, P-Y-L-E microphone each sounded pretty good. Now we're trying a Behringer. This is XM1800S. I have a Behringer microphone I've used for many years, for several years anyway. It's an XM8500, but this is the XM1800S. And the way it comes packaged, you receive a travel case, nice hard plastic with a lot of soft cushioned material inside, and 3 microphones and 3 adapters to fit the microphones onto a stand. Hopefully you can see that. So you get 3 adapters and 3 microphones and a travel case that is well insulated and feels pretty sturdy. And Behringer, I do like the products I've got that have the Behringer brand name on it. So here's the guitar. And this mic has an on-off switch. Well, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yeah. So that's what you get there. And by the way, the windscreen on here appears to be about the same as an SM58, which means you can get up close. And the other 2 mics also had the same basic design. So this could be used for a lead vocalist who sings up close. And if you do a song that's soft and sweet, like Mary Had a Little Lamb, it would have a lot of breathing sounds in it. But the windscreen stops the breathing sounds, supposedly, while the presidential mic, this is the SM57 from Shure, this does not really have a windscreen, and it would be more for speakers. It's about as good a mic as you can get anywhere. Also is very good for musical instruments in a studio. Every US recording studio probably has several SM57 Shures, but this is the Behringer XM1800S with a on-off switch and the travel case, 3 for $39.99. All of these mics so far sound pretty good for low-cost microphones. This is also low-cost, but slightly higher priced than what we've heard so far. This is my old Behringer XM8500. I've used this in a lot of my videos here at YouTube. And this microphone costs $24.99. Old Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yeah. So that's the Behringer, and that's the XM8500, and it is a microphone I have no difficulty at all recommending. It comes just with the microphone. I don't believe you get any cable or any other sort of attachments, and it does not have an on-off switch. Very good lead vocalist microphone at a modest price. If you cannot afford an SM58 from Shure, this is a pretty good microphone to use in place of an SM58. Now we will try the SM57 Shure microphone as our final mic test. And now we're with the SM57, and this is the presidential microphone. The president uses the SM57 for every news conference, and it's a great speaking microphone. You can get back from it and talk, and it's wonderful for speaking. It also is great for singers. If you have a group like a quartet, a trio, whatever, and you put three of them back a little ways from this microphone and have them singing something, this mic does a pretty good job, and it does an excellent job. It also picks up the sound from amplifiers or instruments in a recording studio. I do not recommend it as the close-up vocal mic because of the popping sound that you will get from it, because it does not have a built-in windscreen. But for speaking or for musical instruments, for almost anything, this is a great microphone. And as I said before, almost every recording studio in the United States will have quite a few SM57 Shure mics. And I have used microphones in studios, not mics that I own, but I've used mics in studios that cost thousands of dollars that gave pretty good results for the close-up lead vocal, but they would not do any better at putting in front of an amplifier or an instrument than this SM57, in my humble opinion. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yeah, 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 yeah. And the Shure microphone will almost always be $99, and you probably cannot get one for a discount. If you see it at a discount, it might not be a real SM57, so be very careful. There are counterfeit SM57s. $99 is the price you usually pay. The only time you get a slight advantage is if there's a package deal where you're getting a microphone and a cord and a stand and a piano or whatever, and they add everything all up together and give you a discount. But the $99 is the price for the SM57. I hope you enjoyed the mic test, the mic tester show, and I do recommend that if you are buying a camcorder, get one that has a built-in mic, MIC adapter built into the camera, so you can just plug a microphone right in there. And remember, you will get one-track stereo unless you use an adapter that fits on the end of the mic cable that turns the one-track stereo into two-track mono, or you can use your video editing software if it does the trick and changes one-track stereo into two-track mono. Thank you for watching.